The Middle East suffers more than ever from political strife, wars, and rumors of wars, and shifts in geopolitical powers. Deaths continue to rise attributed to the COVID-19 pandemic, and the region as a whole has hit a new economic low point. The hopes of citizens across the region remain almost entirely unfulfilled, while living conditions have become more difficult, and the region faces one of their worst economic crises in years. In the midst of all of this, H.O.M.E continues to be moved by the love of God and act as the healing hand of Christ, reaching out to tens of thousands of suffering by sharing His cure and His saving love. Lebanon continues to grapple with a crippling financial and economic crisis, and the aftermath of the large accidental explosion at the Beirut port in 2020 has exacerbated the already dire economic situation, further aggravating deep divisions within the country. Most recently, Lebanon faces its first cholera outbreak in over 3 decades. Yet H.O.M.E has heard their cries. To meet the demand, the H.O.M.E Lebanon teams have intensified their efforts through its mobile medical ministry and outpatient ambulatory medical center, which has reached tens of thousands of suffering Lebanese. In most recent years, H.O.M.E has been able to expand its ambulatory medical center to include an operating room, endoscopy suite, dental and ophthalmology clinic, as well as a diagnostic imaging section. However, because of the economic crisis in a country hit by devastating public health illnesses, the Lebanese people need affordable medical care more than ever. That is why H.O.M.E is launching tonight a capital campaign to increase its ambulatory operations and add another floor that will offer affordable medical care in cancer, cardiology, maternity care, and even provide physical therapy services. To fight the most recent cholera outbreak, H.O.M.E is coordinating with Lebanon's Minister of Health to launch a public health campaign to reduce and control this highly contagious disease in an already unstable environment. Iraq's history of foreign intervention, civil war, and political gridlock, including the devastating death toll brought on by COVID-19, has only increased the adverse conditions Iraqis live. Yet H.O.M.E has heard their cries. The H.O.M.E Iraq team has reached more Iraqis than ever. The mobile medical unit and stationary clinic in Baghdad has attracted tens of thousands of beloved Iraqis, providing health, healing, and hope. North of Iraq in Kurdistan, H.O.M.E has established a large mobile medical unit to meet the demand of a large number of refugees fleeing devastating areas of Iraq and Syria. The H.O.M.E team has reached thousands of refugees with His cure and His love. 11 years of war have inflicted immense suffering on the Syrian people. The COVID-19 pandemic have only exacerbated living conditions for the people of Syria. Yet H.O.M.E has heard their cries. The H.O.M.E Syria team continues to reach out to the Syrian people through its partnership with the CMA Tabali Clinic in the suburbs of Damascus, reaching thousands of displaced Syrians, treating their wounds, and sharing His hope and amazing grace. H.O.M.E has reached out in Jordan through partnership with the Zarqa Mercy Clinic to tens of thousands of undeserved Jordanians and Syrian refugees, as well as supporting nurse Eileen Coleman in ANNOOR hospital in Mafraq. Medical personnel have joined her from Egypt to care for a large number of chest disease victims who have traveled from all over Jordan, Iraq, Syria, and the Arabian Peninsula to be treated by H.O.M.E. In the West Bank, H.O.M.E has established a mobile ministry reaching out to the Palestinian children, families, orphans, and disabled that have been stricken by the high level of unemployment and poverty during the last several decades. In South Sudan, over the last 2 decades, H.O.M.E has reached out through its stationary clinic in Juba and its mobile medical unit to tens of thousands of Sudanese stricken by famine, disease, and armed conflict. In 2022, H.O.M.E established a new partnership with True Light Clinic in Munduri as a part of the rural areas of South Sudan, and also a medical outreach partnership with Hope Mina in Khartoum, Sudan. In the North African Mauritania, under the capable hands of surgeon Dr. Amanda, H.O.M.E has established 2 hospitals and a mobile medical unit. The first in CHINGUETTI Hospital, which in 2022, H.O.M.E added a new surgical unit and a new laboratory. H.O.M.E has established a second hospital in Oudane, northern Mauritania, which Dr. Amanda also oversees. In nearby Tunisia and Algeria, new doors are opening for medical relief and outreach in these beloved countries. Over the last few years, H.O.M.E has expanded greatly in Egypt, where it's launched its large new mobile clinic with teams that are already reaching to thousands of undeserved people in Cairo and Upper Egypt. Expanding further in Egypt, H.O.M.E has established the Eileen Coleman Nursing Training Program, which has trained more than 160 nurse assistants and now supports nurses going to nursing schools to be registered nurses who would reach out to various parts of Egypt and the Arab world. In 2022, H.O.M.E launched the Postgraduate Leadership and Management Training Program, where nurses will receive their diploma from Azusa Pacific University School of Nursing in California in order to equip them for leadership roles in nursing with H.O.M.E. Our dream is now becoming a reality with the establishment of the 5-story H.O.M.E Training Hospital in New Cairo, Egypt. The hospital was dedicated in August of 2022, with the hopes to open the hospital to the public in 2023. This medical center will provide high-quality care and include a training program for physicians and nurses to be trained as medical ambassadors sent to various parts of the Arab world. Expanding even further in Egypt, H.O.M.E has completed another 30 new TV episodes of Life and Medicine, with a total of 180 TV episodes that have been aired on satellite TV. This TV programming showcases H.O.M.E medical experts who provide medical education from everything from heart disease to cancer to COVID, with a message of hope and good news to at least 10 million people across the region on a weekly basis. In the United Arab Emirates, H.O.M.E has established a close partnership with the 200-bed Kanad Hospital that cares for more than 180,000 patients every year and has seen tremendous progress and expansion in 2022 and beyond. H.O.M.E continues to support and provide relief and health outreach to the dear Yemeni people who continue to face the largest humanitarian crisis in the world, with more than half of the population facing acute levels of food shortages following an 8-year civil war that has left more than 250,000 people dead. Each year, H.O.M.E, through its network, reaches out to more than 200,000 suffering people in the Arab world. Now in 2022, and more than ever, each one of them is calling on us and you for help. Join us as we heed the voice of our great physician and Savior, who says, "Whatever you do for one of these least of my brothers and sisters of mine, you have done for me."